welcome to Student Connection. We are starting a new series this week called What's Next? And over the course of the next couple of weeks, I'm getting to interview current student and former students over the next several weeks just to see the importance of pursuing a personal relationship with God. So this afternoon, morning, whenever you're watching this, we have Grace Dixon. So Grace, will you introduce yourself? Tell us who you are, where you're from.
Okay, well, I'm Grace Dixon. I'm from right here in Lufkin, Texas, 18, and I'll be graduating from Central High School this year.
All right. So that's good. That's all you want to say about yourself. Okay.
Do I need to say anything?
No, that's fine. That's who you are and where you are and everything that's going on with you right now. So that's
okay.
Good. So Grace, tell us how you became a Christian.
Well, I've been in church my whole life. So we were raised at Denman. Denman's the only church I've ever attended regularly. And I remember one year at VBS, brother Kevin, he was up there and he was talking and he was like, you need Jesus. You have nothing without him. Without him, you're going nowhere in life. There's no direction or meaning. And so I was like, you're right, Brother Kevin, I need Jesus. So I walked my happy little self up there, told him, I need Jesus. And Hannah Flint came and grabbed me and she walked me through like the process of what a Christian like lifestyle looks like and like the ABCs of Christianity and things like that. And so.
All right.
Yeah.
No, that's good. That's good. And it's important that we can always come back to that.
Mm-hmm.
Always come back to when we became a Christian, how we did it, what it looked like, because it looks different for everybody. Mine was very similar because I was saved at VBS as well. And so I don't know that they had actually had come up with the ABCs because I'm so old. Mm-hmm. But at the same, that knowing that need, that personal need for a Savior. So that's kind of like the starting point. We're all born, mm-hmm. But up into that point of understanding we need a Savior, for lack of better, there's probably better words and better ways to describe it, but up until that point, it doesn't matter. Now, those things that we experienced before that, the Lord uses to grow us mm-hmm. and make us who we are, but ultimately, until we know Him, there's nothing else that holds the candle of importance. So, saying that, how have you seen growth in your walk with Jesus, specifically during high school or even youth group age? So you can spread it out to junior high.
Okay, well, specifically high school, just in the past 3 months, God has really grown my faith because He sent trials my way and He's helped me remove people from my life that should not have been there, that He knew were not good influences or anything like that. And so He helped me remove them. And looking back, I'm happier now and I have a stronger connection with God. And I have better relationships with the people in my life just because I have a better connection with God.
All right, that's good. And so what would you say what are some factors in that? I know you said kind of the Lord opened your eyes to some relationships that you didn't need to be in. Being around different people, mm-hmm. And I can understand that. I can think back in my past and think of how the Lord made me aware mm-hmm. of things like that as well. So kind of expand on that. Not necessarily that instance, but what are some other things maybe that have helped you grow as of that? Maybe people. Maybe camps, maybe Bible, things like what are some things that have helped you pursue that growth?
I know that helping out with VBS and Camp Happy Days and stuff like that, you're there and you go and your goal is to pour into the lives of these kids, but ultimately God is using that time to pour into your life too. And so I love doing those things because it gets to you grow in your relationship without realizing that you're growing in your relationship because you're focused on the needs of others and their relationship with Christ.
How have you seen personal growth from people? Have there been people in your life that the Lord has used to push you, to encourage you? You don't have to mention them by name, but if you don't want to. But,
Well, I know Miss Jane and Mr. Doug, they always send me like Bible verses, or like Mr. Doug always does the daily devotionals, and it'll be like 4:00 in the morning. And I'm like, Mr. Doug's up. So I know I enjoy waking up and reading those, and like something throughout the week will always relate back to the messages that I receive from one of those two people.
So that's encouraging because it's just another reason that it's important to pursue a relationship with God on our own, because we have to. Like, you can't pursue it for your sisters.
Mm-hmm.
You can't pursue it for your future spouse. You can't, and nobody can pursue it for you.
Mm-hmm.
You have to pursue that. And so, in talking, we've seen how the Lord has grown you in relationships with people on your own, like your personal relationship, but also people influencing you, has grown you through the local church, like you said, VBS, is where you came to know the Lord, and then coming back and serving in that. And Grace serves in other areas besides VBS. She's just being very humble and not talking about it. And but also at the same time, importance of being in the Word, because just like even like you said, there's text messages from Miss Jane and Mr. Doug. They're not just, they're rooted somewhere. And so even though they may challenge you with something, you've still got to do something with it. You're pursuing that personal relationship with Jesus. So think of it, and what challenges maybe have you faced in pursuing Jesus? Not necessarily outside influences, but challenges you have had from where you are, like a personal.
I struggle with like staying in the Word, because I don't want to wake up early in the morning and do it. So, but I figured out that if I can do it at night before I go to bed, because I can stay up all night. But if I do it at night, it'll get done. But I tried to do it in the morning, and that was not a good thing. But you just have to figure out what works best for you. And for me, night works.
Yep. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Because some people are 4:00 in the morning people.
Yeah, Mr. Doug.
Some people are midnight people. But the importance of studying, and that is a challenge. And like you said, you're going to be graduating here. And so moving on and learning to manage time better. Because side note, I think Grace manages her time very well, just knowing her personality. But getting that little bit more independence, it's that those little challenges that you've adapted to now are gonna shift. Mm-hmm. So, kind of jumping off that, what do you think life will look like when you move out, have a little bit more independence? What do you see as maybe your expectations or fears?
I'm definitely like excited about it, but I know that I'm going to get to meet new people, and I'll have new opportunities to pour into people and just be a godly example for others. But that's also a fear, knowing that people are always watching.
No, that's true.
So, yeah.
No, that's true. Just if you don't believe that, go to any rec league ball game, and you'll learn that real quick. All right. So last question. Okay. How do you see that the local church can support students in high school? Now, granted, I'm not talking about because we'll have Wednesday night service, we'll have Sunday school and different opportunities. I'm not looking for Sunday school answers, but what are some ways maybe outside of the norm that you see that the local church, people of the church, because you've kind of already mentioned some, can support students or even push it a step further? How do you wish maybe that the local church could have supported you better?
I thought about this one, and I was like, well, we have a really good support system in our church, because I've had multiple occasions where my mom will tell me, you need to go thank so-and-so, they just paid for your camp. And I'm like, okay, they're always willing to give, and I always feel supported here, and I don't know how to say they should improve it. I really thought long
They
and hard
could
on
always
this
do
one.
better. Come on, Grace.
I don't know because like they always like if there's ever a financial problem with somebody going somewhere, they're like go. Or if there's like a need that needs to be met, like the Rices bring us breakfast up here, and that's support because stomach likes it.
Right.
So
yeah, and there's so many people too that in our church. Our church is really good because like Grace is bragging on our church. They're great to pray for our students and grateful for that. And so, well, Grace, I want to thank you for taking a few minutes and sitting down with me and kind of talking through that and talking about the importance of factors right now, since you are a senior about to graduate, factors in pursuing that relationship, and just hearing from you ways that you've pursued it and things that have been helpful and struggles that you've had. So I appreciate your time.
Mm-hmm.